I've got everything prepped. I've got the antlers drilled, got the ear liners in, ear butts built. Time for some glue. This is a really big form. Not just measurement wise, but length wise. About half the deer. I've done a couple like this before, but not near this size. Do this one like I did one of those last ones and put the mouth together first. I kind of like how that worked out. Didn't have to worry as much about getting my epoxy stuff done as fast because the mouth and all was already done. I didn't have to go back and re-glue anything. Sucker's got some scars and all kind of stuff on it. They're beat up pretty bad, but still has got a pretty cape. A little bit of tick damage behind his ears and scars around his face and neck. Glue off my hands. Form right here, you just gotta keep easing everything into place. Make sure it kind of goes on there right the first time, because as bad as a twist as this thing is in, if you get anything real crooked, it makes it hard to correct once you get the tape all the way down on here, because it's going to be pretty snug once it's fitted into place. Hardest part is getting this neck skin on here where it's laying good and even without creasing it really bad. You want wrinkles, not creases. Real close. Oh yeah. That's real close. Once we get this done, then we'll work on pulling this back. But that's gonna fit, should fit perfect. Get this old fella some headgear on here. So this big old buck, big buck. Big body, big rack, big head, big ears, everything. Big old boy. If y'all are wondering, from Alabama. They say you can't grow big deer in Alabama. You can, but they just, very few of them get that big. This right here is what we're working with. Look at that. What y'all think? Is that enough points? Drop time? Look there. Massive. I don't know that I've ever had a better fitting skull cap than the way this one fits this form right here. It is just right. That's gonna do more like good. Whew. About dead too. That was hot. Yeah, that skull cap comes right, almost right there where it needs to. Just below that form and right to the edge there. I mean, Perfect, perfect. Alrighty. You know what? I've changed my mind. As big as this deer's head is, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the eyes done and the birds of the antlers so that I can get all that hide out of my way. That's gonna be, once I pull that nose up, it's gonna be a lot in the way there. So let's go ahead and do the eyes first. got me some bulk white epoxy to use around the eyes. I think it's gonna work good. I'm getting the skin so thin now that that gray epoxy will almost try to show through some in places where the hair is a little bit thin. So I think this might help out a little bit. It's like one of them white dog turds you see in your yard. There. Little hide paste. And we're going to throw this head on here. Just walked around this entire deer to get right back where I started. You'll go back and rewind that. Watch me do it. Oh boy. Come in here a little closer. There we go. There's a place somewhere on this floor where it does not move. we go. That'll do for now. It's going to be a little bit more complicated. Tell y'all what, I'm just going to go ahead and finish this eye, and then we'll resume the video. All right, guys, I'm back. Went ahead and stitched up the back and got the ears done. Forgot to tell y'all before the video started, this deer has got a broken ear. I'll show y'all a picture of it right here on the video. But the deer's cartilage right there on the side of his ear was all busted up. I don't know if it got broke when he was younger and then kind of re-healed. But even trying to remove the cartilage was kind of tough because it was all knotted up and wadded up. It was bad. Originally, the hunter was wanting to fix it and make it back to normal, or asked me if I could fix it. I told him that I could. I told him that I could also leave it looking like it did when it was alive. And we got talking about it. He decided to leave it this way. So I'm glad, personally. This is what I would have done. Especially since he's got pictures of the deer while it was alive. He's got pictures from the side and pictures from the front. And what I told him what I would do is get those two pictures blown up and get them framed and put them on both sides of the deer after it was mounted. That way people could see, what he looked like. And just really unique stuff like that is as unique as the rack is on this deer. This is a very unique deer all around. So I would do my best to keep it exactly like it was when it was alive. Now we're going to get this nose glued up. This is a Mackenzie Form 8900, but the nose, I don't like how they flare the noses on them real bad, and usually the top of the nose pad is real wide and pointed, so I always sand that down, grind it down a little bit, and sand down the outside edges. Make it just a little bit narrower, so that nose pad, you want that nose pad to fit like that. Theirs is it's just too wide. Flip them over here. Man, this whole mount is just big. Fun, though. I love working on deer this size. A lot of fun. Let's see here. Let's get y'all a little better position here. There we go. I'm really happy with how this has lined up. I mean, everything on this deer has just slid right into place. I haven't had to do any kind of alterations or change anything at all. It's nice when it's like the form was made for that specific deer. If y'all are just getting into taxidermy, you've probably noticed that you can take 5 different deer with the same measurements and all 5 of them fit differently on the same form. You got a lot of different characteristics other than their neck circumference. So sometimes they work out great. Sometimes you got to do a little persuading. This one right here, just made for this form. Carburetor screwdriver hold of it. Beautiful. Back over there. And camera. Well, I hope y'all enjoy tuna fishing and trout fishing videos, because I've got two that I'm working on right now from Venice, Louisiana. Honestly, I may already have them on there when I put this video on there, so if y'all have already seen those, then disregard this conversation. But I think it's going to take me a little while to get them done. Just a little bit more glue on that nostril. There we go. But want to grab. You see how that nose rolls over right there now in the front? It's got that smooth, it rolls over the edges. That's what you want your nose to look like. You don't need to be sharp or have sharp edges on the sides of it. It's not how a deer's nose looks. Okay. Well, he's looking pretty. See if we can get this bottom done and lined up. We'll have to work on these wrinkles a little bit here, see if we can get all that worked out of here a little bit. We'll start right here. tricky to get the air out of these guys. This brisket, it's just got a crazy amount of contour in it. All right, now go ahead, pin this up. Y'all missed it the other day. I was sitting here pushing brads into the back of one of these wall pedestals, and I pushed one of these brads straight through the foam right into my finger and stuck my finger to the deer head. It was not my finest moment. I'm not even going to trim that. This guy wants one of those barnwood looking backs on the pedestal. So I'm going to leave this slack on here because I'm going to have to tuck this hair to make me a little slot, little groove back here and tuck that. So I'm going to give it a couple of days, maybe over the weekend, let some of this moisture get out of it. And then when we come back in here to do our groove and all, we'll go and tuck that. I don't like to leave it too wet when I do that because if it holds water down in there, it can cause mold to grow. I like to let it get a little bit dry first. Okay, that's got that. Tell you what, I'm going to stick a couple of pins before I flip them back over down into some of these grooves. There we go. Let's go this way with him. this stapled. Cut it close on the length, but as long as it's close to the good side, then close is close enough. All right, a few more pins. I'm dropping more pins than I've used. Just a few in this side just to keep it tight. I think a little bit more distance out of this thing. Let's see here. Oh yeah, plenty. And take off a little bit of this excess here. Definitely have more than I'm going to need. All right, now then. Now then, we need to work on some wrinkles. Pin this little spot right here up. All right. Now, we gotta try to figure this out. And this right here is the most complicated mount, I think, to do these wrinkles in, because there's so many of them. It's such a hard turn. There's a bunch of little wrinkles in there. We gotta try to find all of them. So, clean this camera off a little bit. There we go. Get a little hazy. All right. So, what we're gonna do, man, that hurt. Oh. Let's lower this down a little bit. And just gonna start working on this neck, trying to find these wrinkles. What I'm gonna do, I'll make sure I've got enough hair come up, or enough hide coming up toward the head where it's been stretched, and enough coming back toward the back where it's been stretched. You want to get everything out, laying as flat as you can, considering there's wrinkles, because you don't want creases, not hard creases anyway, if you can help it. Just want them wrinkles to kind of lay in there. So like I said, this is a hard turn, so it's going to want to try to crease on you a little bit. All right, let's see here. Got one there. Best way I can describe to do it is find that crease and just kind of press it into place. And you're going to have to manipulate the hair a little bit, try and get it to lay back where it's natural looking best you can. This is much easier done on an early season deer than one with this big old long hair. We got one there. One there. Okay, it's about got found. Down this thing up and see if I can't get this to lay how I want to. There we go. There we go. Now see what I'm doing, pushing the hair. Well, I ain't seeing what I'm doing at all. Get back over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm getting these folds put in here, these wrinkles. I'm gonna push that hair, like as you're finding these, you can see, come down through here, see where it makes these lines. Push that hair back toward the head where it's wrinkling. And you wanna get that line taken out of there the best that you can. Where it lines those hairs, what it does is all those hairs get piled up on top of each other. It makes little stripes on the deer. It's not ideal. Not gonna be able to avoid every bit of it, but see how it took a lot of those lines out of there. You just gotta keep kind of working on that. Until you got all your wrinkles where you want them, and the hair where you want it. A little bit of a fold right there. Fix that. There we go. It's kind of an odd concept. So trying to make wrinkles while trying not to crease the hide. It's not an easy thing to do. Okay, I think I just about like how that looks. As it dries, it's going to tighten up a little bit, but I want to keep that hair looking fluffy. It's this long, really long fur. I don't want to just smash it down in those things and crease it down in there. It's just not going to look natural. So I think that's what we're going to go with until this thing dries a little bit, and we'll reposition as necessary. All right, let's get y'all back here. Back in y'all's full field of view here. Just about got this one whooped for the time being. Except for this ear, which desperately needs help. See, all right. This guy's ears are, man, they're rough. Eat up. It's like he's got a whole bunch of tick damage or something on the back side of him. Front side's all scabbed up too. I think that looks pretty nice right there. Pretty nice. I'm going to give him, let's give him a couple pins right there in the top of his head. Bucks with them big old dents in their head like that. I want to show that off. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Guys, what y'all think? Look all right? I kind of like him. Old floppy-eared monster. Like I said, we'll come back and we'll work on them wrinkles a little bit. I'm going to blow them out too with my little blow dryer thing over there and get them fluffed up over here. Oh. Dragonfly flying in here with me now. But anyway, y'all, that's a wrap. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. And we will see y'all on the next video. Subscribe.